everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the final Battle of the Sexes of the year. How's everybody doing today? Just gonna drop the link for my panel. So we're gonna have some fun tonight, guys. Are y'all ready? Are you guys ready? Hold on, I'm just dropping the link for the panel members. Oh. Okay, guys, so let me pull it up. Let me pull up the chat. Guys, my panel members, I've dropped the link for you all. Hey. 10 wonderful people in the house, guys. Don't forget to hit those thumbs up for your girl on your way in. I really appreciate every single one of you guys that have come to spend your Sunday evening here with me and my beautiful, amazing panel members. We really, really appreciate it, because without y'all, there would be no us. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Uh-oh. Hi,
Yo.
Dre.
What's up, V?
Hi,
How you
Dre.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, here's Andrea.
Hey,
I'm
how
very
y'all
good.
doing?
What's up?
Hey, Andrea. Here's Nita. Hey,
Nita, what's
Nita.
up? Everybody hit that like.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Nita. How you doing?
Hey.
Yeah, guys, I've been missing everybody that's in the chat. Hold on. I got somebody else that just clicked on the link. Let's see. Real talk, you're late. Hi, Real.
Hey, Real.
What's up?
Hey,
I feel like I
everybody.
need to leave and come back because I'm right next to Real, and that
Doesn't happen very
it
often
doesn't.
at all.
You know.
You mad?
Yeah. Okay, guys. So I just want to say hello, and welcome to Battle of the Sexes. Dr. Bombay, Golden Phoenix, My Life is Nia, Real Mama's Real Problems. Have I missed anybody else that's in the chat? Logic. Yeah, Logic. Hey, we see you. We see you here, Logic. Okay. You know what? Trey, I'm not impressed with you.
Yeah.
On Thursday, wait, no, it wasn't Thursday. It was Tuesday. I did a live and you was in the chat and you never came up.
There you go. You couldn't wait to use that. You couldn't wait to use it.
Okay.
Logic part 2.
So,
Okay.
wise, because I honestly didn't see the link to come up. I would have. I promise I would have.
Okay, guys. So for those of you guys that don't know, your girl is monetized.
Monetized.
And I have to say thank you to my wonderful, amazing panel. Oh, now you turn DJ. I have to say thank you to my wonderful, amazing panel. I'm so glad that they're here today, because I just want to say without y'all, we wouldn't be here. So I appreciate you guys for each and every Sunday. So, guys, to kick off tonight's debate, before we get into the game, before you guys get to know all of us a little bit better, right? And for Logic's late self to get here, we are going to start with a wonderful debate. And I'm sure Dre has a lot to chime in on this one. Also, thank you, Real Mamas, Real Problems, for sharing me out. Guys, if you could share me out, then please do so. I really appreciate it. So we're still on the Kevin Samuels topic. I am officially hated in the Kevin Samuels world. It's official. My video, my I Love the Sexes recap is still getting hate comments to this day, y'all. So we're still here. And what we're going to discuss today is what makes a high value man high value. So, gentlemen, well, Dre, I'll let you go first because I know you have to leave early. So,
I am. Don't get mad at me, ladies. A video is going live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Premiering live tomorrow at 3 p.m. about this topic.
oh,
Yeah.
and
it's going to make both sides upset. Okay, I'm not holding back for anybody. I'm not nasty with it, but I'm sharing the truth from both sides, to both sides. So, and I'll share a little bit about what I'm talking about today, tomorrow, whatever.
I thought you was on a hiatus, bro.
oh, and he said, ladies, don't get mad.
Let me explain. See, and I appreciate you coming at me, real, because
Nah, you good.
I appreciate it. But the honest truth is, there was a couple of men in that commented on my 45-second short that got so much hate too, and they said, me just saying that he doesn't speak for me and he doesn't speak for all men makes it sound like I'm coming off just argumentative and disagreeable, and I'm not trying to be disagreeable. So I told them they were right. When I go back and look at it, I could see how it was perceived that way. So I told a couple of them that I would share an extended video to explain why I posted it, and they appreciate it. They said they're looking forward to seeing it. So that's why I'm doing it. It's not really so much of me just wanting to post, but I wanted to clarify it because it could be cryptic. What I posted, 45 seconds, it could be cryptic. It could just seem like I'm coming off as a simp, but but it is what it is. So high value man, according to Kevin Samuels, it's a matter of income, image, and that's pretty much the crust of it. The problem I have with that is, and the thing is, I agree that that's a portion of what could lead to becoming a high value man. My question is, does it stop there? Because I've gone back and watched a couple of his videos, and I agree with him on a lot of things. A lot of things I agree with him with. He does tend to bring up stats, and I agree with how he does it. I don't agree with his approach, but I get that he's trying to create a brand where he's giving the unadulterated truth to whoever it is that's willing to listen. But when he describes a high value man, the description is very superficial and image based. And I think coming from an image consultant perspective, all it is based on image, what you have and how you look. And if you have it and you look good, then you're a high value man. And I don't agree with that. If you put a lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. You give a scumbag 6 figures, a 6-pack, he's still going to be a scumbag. So it doesn't mean that you're a high value man. It has to have more than that.
Real talk 87.
What's up, V?
Hi, Real.
Hi, V.
What's your take on high value man?
Well, I mean, according to, Kevin Samuels' definition, a high value man is something that I'm not. I'm not that. I'm not going to pretend to be that. All my valueness is in my head. So I don't fall in line with what a high value man is. So I couldn't tell you what a high value man is. But from what I see, a high value man is something that's not to be desired by any woman, to be real with you. So
I agree.
That's my answer.
I agree.
But is it not subjective?
Well,
Can it not be a subjective thing to the person?
Well, here's the thing, right? Let's say it's subjective now, because some women would see the whole 666 man as a high value person, 6 figures, 6 feet, and 6-pack, right? And he's high value. But then, 2 years down the line, he has no character. She's not going to want to be with him anymore. At that point, no matter what he makes, what he looks like, he's not going to be of value anymore. So all that stuff is superficial. All that stuff is, it looks good, but again, you're putting lipstick on a pig. And I think that's my problem with his narrative. That's my problem with what he's trying to put out there. Like, somebody who doesn't make 6 figures is not somebody of high value. It's somebody who works a 9-to-5 job. He's not high value. And why are so many men out there looking for him to justify their value? Like, you're not real. I'm gonna say it, you're not a man if you're looking for a 51-year-old divorced 2 times, not committed to anybody man to tell you what a high value man is. I'm sorry. It is now, and I'm not like I appreciate his approach. I'm gonna tell you a couple of things that I like about him. I like how he is able to control the conversation. I like that he is willing to tell certain truths, because let's be honest, some of the things that he says is absolutely true. Okay, it's true. But then sometimes it's a little off as well. You gotta be willing and able to call out what he said is good and what he said isn't good. And I think a lot of men out there will subscribe to this toxic mentality that he's trying to put out there, because he's doing exactly what Derek Jackson did a couple of years ago, except in reverse for men. And I'm not really sure.
Okay. I want to, because apparently the ladies don't let the men speak on this panel. And apparently the ladies are always dismissing the men like they're nothing on the panel. So I just want to make sure that all of the men get to say their piece first, so we can just put that to rest. So, Logic, dear, how wonderful. Yeah, birds are chirping as per usual. Logic, would you like to add your 2 cents in on what a high value man is?
No, I don't. I want to listen, because y'all, if the topic is what's a high value man, I think that's something that y'all should be telling us.
But I thought that a lot of men were speaking up about their high value nowadays, and how they can't get women they don't want them. Sorry, they can get women. They don't want women that are single, that have a child, that are basically, they don't even really want boss women, to be honest, by the sounds of things. So I just want to know, like, what makes a man high value from the man's point
Like
of
I
view?
said,
Because
I don't know. This is, hey, I don't look for men. So you tell me, and then I can sit here and we can talk about what y'all say. You know what I'm saying? If it was the other way around and you was asking, the topic was what's a high value woman, then I can tell you what do I see as being a high value woman, and y'all can tell me where y'all disagree. But I have no say so in this one here.
I understand what you're saying, Logic. I understand. For me,
okay.
I just wanted to say, Nia had said something, I don't know if it was like 2 weeks back. She said that it depends. Remember, we asked this question about like what makes a good man. So in the same way, I think to every woman, it's a little different. Like for me, high value man, I don't know what Kevin is talking about, but to me, like, that's not what makes a high value man, because I've been in the presence of men who are quote unquote, I guess, high caliber. They make good money or whatever. And to me, like, their minds are not, they're just like, I don't know, like, they're just bimbos. Like, to me, like, I feel like a high value man is someone, it's his mind that makes me attracted to him personally. Money and all that stuff, that's great and that's amazing. I mean, I can make my own money. So
Your question?
yeah,
Did you feel that way in your 20s?
no. No.
So if you can you put that up again? That thing you just put on the screen by brother.
Oh, it was an accident, but yes, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I think he has a good point, right? To 20-something-year-old girls, women. Excuse me, not girls, women. High value man is not subjective. I don't agree with that. It has always been based on wealth and status. It's never changing. It's been that way for young women who have not matured and understood exactly what a high value man is. It's that mass that society tells us is high value, and we tend to believe it. We buy into that with our mind and think, okay, a high value man is somebody who is wealthy and has status. But then they have miserable women, crying every night because they're not being valuable men at home. So it's actually it's the opposite, the very opposite of subjective. So
That's a good point. That's a good point, because I mean that falls true to where I was raised at. That, and when I was raised in the hood, the dope boys was considered a high value man. You know what I'm saying? And they was based off of wealth and status.
Yeah.
So even though that, as far as like a future, as far as anything like that, they didn't offer that, but they did offer, you know what I'm saying, immediate wealth and immediate status in the community. So they was classified by the women as being a high value man.
And it depends on the woman too, because there are some women who just, even in their 20s, they're just at a maturity level. But my question is, how did that change from a woman being 20 to like a woman who becomes 30 something? How did that change?
Her mind changed. Her mind changed.
The values changed.
Yeah.
Can I respond to Logic? Because what he said was pretty key. And what's crazy about this is Logic is this. When they become 35, after trying to find those high value men in their 20s, they have babies with these high value men. These high value men leave them, and now they're 35, and they're no longer desirable to the very demographic that they were desirable to in their 20s, because now they have that baby. So no longer desirable. But they became that way because they were searching for the high value man in the first place, or at least what they thought was a high value man. Now, had they found somebody of true value, of true character, who was willing to be everything that Kevin Samuels describes as a man, except they have character as well, then they'll be better off. But things change, Robin, because experience changes.
I'm just looking at Nita's face, and I see like the wheels turning. What are you thinking? I've been watching her while you've been talking the whole time, and I'm like, Nita is on, like she's doing that thing.
Well, I mean, for me in my 20s, I wasn't thinking about a high value man. Like, this is the first time I've ever heard the phrase high value man in my adult years. So like Robin said, what I look for in a man is he's, respectful and kind, has good values, good morals, and all of that kind of stuff. It doesn't really, the wealth part is not what it wasn't the aim, or never been the aim for me. I mean, it's helpful. Yeah, like everybody wants somebody who got some money, right?
I mean,
but it wasn't like he got to have this or else, because I know what I want out of the relationship as well. So it wasn't like he needed to be able to take care of me and Like, I wanted to be with somebody who I can help be an asset to him, and he'd be an asset to me, and we be compatible in that way. And that was my thinking in my 20s, and how it is now in my 30s. Like, I still want that same. So for me, that is high value. It's not how much money you make, because we all can make the same type of money. It's just a matter of how much dedicated you are to whatever that you're trying to do in life. So
I got something.
Someone asked something in the comments. He says, what is the definition of high value? Dr. Bombay asked, I don't know if you guys saw that. That's like what the topic is about tonight.
We're still debating that, Dr. Bombay.
No, it ain't debating. It is what it is. It is what it says. How value. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that we said earlier, where you know what I'm saying, why did the drug dealers get all the girls? You know what I'm saying? Why did the football players, you know what I'm saying, get their choice of girls and everybody else had to sprinkle down? It's because they was classified as being high value. You know what I'm saying? The football players, you know what I'm saying, they thought they was gonna go to the NFL, they was gonna go play college football, so they was classified as high value. Even though the valedictorian, you know what I'm saying, the salutatory was never classified as high value. You know what I'm saying? And that was the mentality of it. You know what I'm saying? It was either you getting the money right now, or I foresee you getting the money in the near future. You know what I'm saying?
I got something to say.
Go on, Andrea.
But what about the man's character, his belief in family, and all that? That's what I look for in a man. We can always make money, but if he don't treat his mama right, if he only loving his kids, if he's not a stable person and a good person. So what about that as a high value man?
Okay, but see, at what point is that relative? I mean, is that, you know what I'm saying?
He can make plenty of money and still be an asshole.
And I know, but guess what? Our reality tells us what that man will still be classified as high value. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Brown be whooping all his women asses, and then he will still be classified as a high value man.
To who? Okay, not to me.
Okay. Well,
no, not to you, but it's true. Like
to you, this is we're having a, you know what I'm saying? We speaking in general. I didn't put a tag on to say Andrea Lynch. We speak
peace, everybody. I just wanted to say good evening.
Hi.
Evening.
Oh, and that was it.
Oh, I thought he wanted to say more.
Oh. I think he just said peace. Yeah.
I thought of a drop dead hand.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Drop dead handsome. For me is high value.
But the thing is that even if a man got issues, right?
Oh, I just wanted to say what's up. Can everybody hear me? I didn't even know if I had a good connection.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. Peace, everybody. Yes, indeed. I got a bad connection.
We hear you.
Maybe he can't hear us on his end.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I was.
We hear you, Era.
Yeah, you might want to drop down because I don't think you hearing us is like we hearing you. You might want to drop down and come back up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just agreeing with Andrea, and I was just.
Somebody agrees with me.
Am I on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, drop down and come back up, man, because I don't think you hear us like we hear you.
Yeah, I think my.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Turn your camera on when you come back.
Yeah, turn your camera on when you come back. Okay.
I think the issue, a lot of these people who come up here, they try to hear themselves on actual YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just getting straight on streaming. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I believe that, I know that some people don't agree, but I do believe that high value man is a subjective thing. Now, yes, okay, a lot of people look at it, and Kevin Samuels looks at it as a man that makes all this money and has a certain status. But I think when you're looking at it from a female point of view and from a different point of view, that, like, Real said, like, I'm not a high value man, but yes, you can be a high value man. You probably are a high value man to a lot of women.
He said, according to Kevin Samuels,
I said according to Kevin's. Yeah, I said according to Kevin Samuels' definition of it, I'm not a high value man.
Well, I would beg a difference. Just as me.
Yeah.
According to his. No, that's what I'm saying. According to his definition of it, I'm not. Like, that's no debate. I'm not.
divorced twice. He's been married and ain't successful.
That's not high value in my eyes. Kevin Samuels is not high value in my personal opinion. So,
but let's be honest though. If you want to be honest, based off that concept that Kevin Samuel used, you know what I'm saying, and based off of what was discussed in the chat, you know what I'm saying, well, wealth and status, right? For ages, that's how men being classified. I'm not saying that's what the women on this panel is doing. You guys might have a different perspective, but as long as you can remember, you know what I'm saying, if you want to be honest, men has been classified by wealth and status. So and that's been it. You know what I'm saying? Women, on the other hand, can get away with not having wealth and status and still, you know what I'm saying, find themselves in a man, in there with men based off of looks, based off of different things like that. But men always would be, you know what I'm saying, you'll get in. I mean, come on now, look at Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Where got Jay-Z next to Beyonce? It was his wealth and status. You know what I'm saying? Every last one of these niggas that look crazy as hell that's in the NFL that be up next to these gorgeous women. You ask, okay, did he get there because he was smart? You know what I'm saying? He won a Nobel Peace Prize? What? No, he got there because of wealth and status.
True.
I think the question, like, who are they high value to? Like, who sees them as high value? It's a two-sided discussion because there are some women who would appreciate that about a man.
Mm-hmm.
But what if he's high value and still got? What if he's high value and he got family, loyalty, all that, a good person, and still got money? To me, that's a plus.
That's a plus.
That's a plus. That's what I see. And when I have my list, that's a plus.
But you know,
if he's high value and he got family, loyalty, he's a kind-hearted, good character, and he got money, that's a damn plus.
Yes.
I think also, like, again, like, this is again the two side. Like, I'm not all the way against what he's saying. So, for instance, right, Andrea, you wind up getting with a great man with amazing character, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 pennies to his name. He's working a minimum wage job. In fact, 2 minimum wage jobs just to make ends meet, just so that he can put you have a roof over your head. The problem is you never see him, right? And you can never do anything because he still doesn't make enough.
Mm-hmm.
So he has character. The fact that he's working so hard shows that he has character and he's willing to break his back to provide for you, even though it's not a lot. You're able to eat. You got a clean home. Bills are paid, but you just can't do a lot, right? Are you going to appreciate that in the long term? 10 years down the line, you're in the same position that you were 10 years ago when you first married this guy who's working 2 minimum wage jobs. How are you going to see him in 10 years?
I'm gonna see him that he elevated. Hopefully he elevated. But money ain't everything. I mean, look, money's not everything. And if I'm his wife, I'm gonna be working with him. So we on the same team.
See, but now some women don't want that. When they think of a high value man, they're not looking at it as I'm looking to build something with this person.
Mm-hmm.
They want a high value man that can do everything for them. I saw a video just this week of this lady who has 3 kids and was on YouTube talking about what she wants in a man. He's got to be able to take care of her and her 3 kids. And she wasn't like joking. She was dead serious.
Yes.
How the reason why she agrees with somewhat of Kevin Samuels is because this man's got to be able to support her, what she wants, all her extracurricular activities, and her kids and their extracurricular activities. They go to private school. They in the sports teams. He's got to be able to afford all of that, right? Like, there are people out there, women, who ascribe to that as well. So it's there's no concrete definition. Like, I think I was asking him, Irv, if he can share that. He just put something in the chat too.
But Dr. Bombay did say a while ago, and I want to read what he said because it's a very interesting thing. He says, if you start out with high value, then their health fails, beauty fades, and finances diminish. What do you have left?
Thank you.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And you're gonna probably get a divorce in 20 years when the kids grow up.
Exactly.
Okay.
But if you want to be real, if you want to be real, that's what happened with these relationships and these women, because these men that society, not saying the panel, how society classify these men to be high value, right? And they'll get with these women that's supposed to be also high value women, but the women is based off of looks, is based off of beauty. That's their value they bring. So now when the women they get older, the women beauty, the things that they had diminish. You know what I'm saying? His money probably increased. That's why you start seeing a lot of cheating and stuff like that, because now even though they've been with the same thing, but what they brought to value to that relationship was different. She bought beauty as value. He bought finances and wealth and status as value. So now as they get older, you know what I'm saying? He might grow wealth. Her beauty would diminish.
So I'm in the chat and I'm reading Irv's definitions. He says that value and character are not the same. If they're separate, then we're walking a very dangerous line, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like if value, a person's value, right, is not connected to their character, we're walking a very dangerous line. That means that anything can happen. It's I'm gonna do whatever it takes to succeed, and I do whatever it can. I could to be what everybody else would consider a high value person. Like if it doesn't start with character.
No, but he's right though. Just think about it, right? Look, the things that women look in all these superstars and athletes and stuff like this, you know, they crazy. They got a history of being women. They got a history of cheating, right? You know what I'm saying? So they don't. It's no value in their character. You know what I'm saying? It's an afterthought, because all that's valued in is that wealth and that status. They put no value in these main characters, but they still end up getting the what we'll classify as the top echelon as far as beauty and everything with the women.
Yeah, because some women are like, you got to have the character of like, yo, he got to be able to deal with me. He got to be able to put me in check. Like he got to be, you know, like a certain character. And if you don't have that character, that's not high value to her.
Listen, I'm not putting any female in check. You come already in check.
I'm just saying, a lot of women to tell you, you got to be able to handle me. You got to know how to handle me.
Yeah, them the ones I stay away from. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel you, real. I feel you. But overall, when we're talking about high value, I think it's more in context of family. What would be high value to getting this family, through, and that would be in terms of money, having family values, and having the time. You know, time is a big thing. You know, you have to be able to have time to put into the relationship and give give value to your family.
But you know, that's not in that definition, and that's my problem with it. That's why it's incomplete. That's why I say that the high value man and what people are adopting based on Kevin Samuel's teachings, it's incomplete because they're not concerned about family. They're not concerned about providing. They're not concerned. Even when was the last time he spoke actually about being a responsible person?
He haven't. That's what he talks about is money.
That's why he's divorced 3 times.
But I think that serves to the women are divas, like the women that go to his type of, you know, they're upper echelon diva type women who want a certain type of dude.
That they're divas.
Like they're more like, I deserve this, I'm entitled to this, I should have this. It's more of an attitude.
Agreed.
For that crowd and those type of women.
So you think it's something wrong?
He's talking about the women
deserve a high value man and 6 figures. I'm just asking the question.
No, no. I mean, every woman would want that. We all would want a lot of things, but you know, can you pull that? Can you maintain that?
Or do you know? Let's be honest. Like, I'm gonna say it. Not all women deserve that. If you sit at home and do absolutely nothing, expecting it to come, you don't deserve for a man to come and take care of you.
But a lot of high value men don't want women to work. They don't want women to stay home.
I'm just being honest, and they've been taken care of very well.
Say that again.
Most other football players' wives are not doing nothing but taking care of the kids.
I'm not saying they deserved it either.
But why?
Well,
but why? Why she deserve it?
You're entitled.
He's on the road all the time. Hold on a minute. If he's on the road all the time, she got the kids taken care of. She got to go to private school.
I'm talking about
appointments, and he ain't doing nothing.
That's different. If he's working, she's entitled to that because she's actually doing something with her family. I'm talking about in the dating stages. If a woman coming to me and saying, I deserve to be taken here, there, I don't even know you. Let me determine if you deserve that. Let me determine if I feel like you're worth that. Because you may be worth that to somebody else. My value system is a little different.
Yeah.
I feel like you're worth it. Right. And like I'm in a situation now that is extremely happy, you know, and she deserves it.
Nigga got him somebody.
You know, like she has.
He's also in the puppy love stages. So.
You know,
you know when you're in puppy love stages, how it is. Y'all know.
Yeah, but this is the key thing that we got to come to a conclusion, right? Yeah. The thing is this, right? It's nothing that we will say that'll change the value system based on how women look at men. Women will always look at men, and this has been done for ages based off of status and wealth. As you gain more status, I know the women can say, no, I want character and all that kind of stuff like that. But at the end of the day, guess what? The dudes with the money and wealth will never, you know what I'm saying, be by themselves. And they will always have their choice and cream of the crop of the best women. We know that's true. And then we also know that, look, the best looking women will always have the cream of the crop with the wealthy men with status. That they go two peas in a pot. That's it. I'm telling you, there's no way you can get around that. That's a fact.
Do you find like a lot of high valued people, what like Kevin Samuel's definition of high valued people, do you find them to be extremely superficial?
True. Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
They're in a high value world. They're in a world of, you know, you dress this way, you buy this type of brand, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But you got to realize this, V. It is superficial. But guess what? Guess what the point is? It's reality. This is how it is. Until we change that, and it gonna be hard to change that. They're gonna be to tell a woman, because I mean, like I said, I'm speaking in general, not speaking to no women on this panel, because you got different levels of experience and stuff like that. I'm speaking in general, but general consensus will always, you will see women want the man with the bag, women want the man with the status. There's nothing that we can do on this panel that'll change that. You know what I'm saying? That mentality.
You know, I think Irv, I wish he could come up because he said some other things that was actually pretty key as well.
Tell him to click the link.
Yeah,
I've been telling people to click the link. If anyone would like to click the link, guys, then please feel free to click the link. This is Battle of the Sexes, so you don't have to stay in the chat. You can always come up and battle it out.
Click the link. Click the link.
He was actually
yes, Dr. Bombay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I ain't know what happened. I ain't know what happened. I'm like, what the
hell? Well, he was adding some other stuff too.
But yes, guys, anybody that is in the chat, please feel free to click on the link. You can come up here and battle it out with the panel as much as you feel free. You don't have to stay in the chat. So the link is there. I've pinned it, so feel free to click on it, and we will bring you up to the stream.
And see, check this out.
I have a question. Somebody, Corey in the chat basically is saying, oh, Robin 101, why are you attacking Kevin Samuels? So
don't.
I'm sorry. I just need to say this because it happened on the recap as well. Why is it that Robin, when women disagree that we are now...
Robin, hey, me and Logic had learned this last week. Leave the chat alone. Let them talk.
Yeah.
All right.
We good. Come on. Yeah.
I feel like I have to say this though.
We've been talking about the high value men as opposed to relationships. So in reference in relationship to relationships, Irv was talking a little bit more specific to him as a person, not necessarily as he is who he is in a relationship or how he acts in a relationship. So I think that's why I wanted him to come up, because it seemed like he could have add a little bit more value to the conversation.
Did he come up?
Well, you
Herb,
know,
Yeah.
it.
Herb Dablitz, if you would like to click on the link, the panel would like to speak with you.
Well, yeah, you said that before, Herb, that Donald Trump is high value, not high. No, you also said before that Donald Trump is high value, high
Value.
quality, something like that. So I just wanted to know what your definition on the two, like what is high value, what is high quality.
But it just says it. He said one, he is high value because high value in our reality say that, you know what I'm saying, status and wealth. You know what I'm saying? But as far as high character, he has no character. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna bring it to that point. He has no character at all.
Panel, sorry,
For the-
I just have to stop for a second because Corey J. Lewis is up here on the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for
Welcome.
clicking
Hello,
the link.
everyone.
What's
I
up,
know
brother?
we've had a bit of back and forth this week, but I would like to welcome you and I'd like to hear what you have to say. So feel free to take the
Okay,
stage.
well, on this subject, I found Kevin like a month ago, and I believe what he has to say. He brings truth. He's a truth teller. He compares himself a lot to that guy off of the shelf who's very blunt, you know. But as far as the information he brings, I believe he's an image consultant, so I come from that fact. He has that perspective. But as far as high value, he comes from an economic perspective, and I honestly do not agree with him. I love what Stefan Speaks says. He brought how high value is really about character, you know, because just like one person on this panel said, you can have a lot of money and you can be a trash person. So, you know, I love what I think it's YouTube Court TV said. What he said, society looks at man's value through an economic lens and women's value through how beautiful they are. Like Kevin Sanchez would say, their sexual value. So I think a lot of people at large, like the brother was saying on this panel, that's how the majority of people look at it. You know, it goes into the culture, how even through the music, you know, talks about the women and how they look and how they dress and everything, and men about flashing money and everything. So overall, I think Kevin's is right, but I think when we look at it deeper, is about character as well. Because you want somebody who would be a good husband to help you raise your children and bring up good individuals to make a good community. So that's what I had to say.
Yeah, he's right. It's on both sides. Like this is not a one-sided thing. You know what I'm saying? The men always will flash their wealth, they will flash their money, and the women will make sure that they flash their body parts. They will let you know they're beautiful. And then in our society, that's our definition of high value women and men.
Your faces, ladies, fix it.
What happened?
I'm
Somebody's
just
eyes are-
smiling.
Right. I'm just
listening.
I'm praying for my face. I'm praying for my
We're
face in
listening.
2021. Okay, I cannot fix it because when I hear things, you know, that it gives me a little twitch, you know. But whatever.
All right, I gotta head off. So I'm a
Good night, Dre.
My turn.
Right.
So Robin, I was the one that asked you that question that
I
you
know.
had. So
I know.
I just
She knows.
yeah.
Somebody made a statement, and I don't like Kevin's. I don't like the way. I don't think the same way as him. I don't agree with a lot of things that I've been hearing. So, and personally, that's how I feel. But I didn't like the way you said, why are you attacking him? Because I have not an attack bone in my body. I promise you. So, like, just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean that or don't agree with somebody doesn't mean that I'm attacking them. I just have a different opinion, and
No,
that's okay.
Yeah, a different opinion is fine. What I'm saying is what you said. I didn't see what you responded to, so that's my bad. I just seen what you
Someone
said
else said
because I
something,
was
and
with
I
you on
agree.
the bottom.
Yeah, I
So
agreed
I'm
with
like,
them.
what does that have to do with high value?
Yeah,
So
I was agreeing with someone,
that
and
kind of
that's
question.
yeah, that's my opinion. But I do agree with what you just said just now. Like everything else you just said, like I'm with you. So
And ladies,
Well,
let me
I
just give
appreciate
Corey
y'all
some
for having
props,
this
okay?
conversation.
Because I just want to give Corey some props because he was in my comment section and he watched the recap last week,
oh,
and just the recap. He didn't actually watch the full live at first, and he made a comment, and I think it was Nita and myself was saying, well, maybe you should actually watch it in full and then let us know your opinion and let us know if what you're saying now is still true. And he said, you know what? I respect that and I'm gonna do that. He said, I'm gonna do it. I'm actually gonna watch the whole thing and then come back because sometimes things can be taken out of context. So I just want to say I respect the fact that you did that because there was a lot of worse comments than what you made for people that didn't even watch the whole live.
oh
So
my
I respect
God.
the fact that you went back to watch it and then make an opinion. And you came today. I really appreciate the fact that you came
Hmm.
today to
Thank
see us
you.
all in action and see how we actually interact with each other. It's not that bad, huh, Corey?
Yeah, I didn't watch all of it, but I just respect what y'all doing here for as having the conversation, because it's too many times where men can have one corner and the women on other corner. We don't come and talk to each other. A lot of times we have our own opinions, and if we come together and talk to each other, we can heal our community. That's why I hope I wasn't in. When you told me that, when you responded, I say maybe I could be wrong. A lot of times we see a little clip or something like the camera, like his clip. A lot of people are getting mad at him, but it was just a clip. But he reposted the whole thing with the averages as best the whole conversation. So
Mhm.
I just want to give y'all the same respect, because I didn't see the whole thing like you said. So I could be wrong.
No, you ain't wrong. You right.
Shut up, Logic.
Hey, shit, I'm gonna call it how it is. He right, the man right. You know what I'm saying? It is, but see, he said something good too, though, right? And it's when you're dealing with opinion and perspective, right? You can explain your perspective, right? But opinion a lot of times is dead. It lays on what somebody else is going through or what somebody else said. See, that's the problem. We need to do away with opinion and then explain your perspective. And then these conversations will go a lot easier because they're just like saying, talking to somebody that said, hey, I believe this, I believe that. Okay, but what do you know? Speak to me on what you know. I want to know your perspective, not your opinion. Opinions could go in a circle all day. We're talking circles. Perspective mean everything. So now I understand why you say this, and I understand why you said that when dealing with a high value woman or a high value man. Both of them plays in the same arena. Both of them is superficial. Both of them ain't based on no character because the woman, the Instagram model, that is high valued are thoughts. But guess what? That's not gonna stop them from being high value. You know what I'm saying? The dudes that's wealthy and with status, you know what I'm saying, are also thoughts and woman beaters or whatever. Is that gonna stop them from being high value? No, we're not. You know what I'm saying? So then if you want to speak on change, then you need to speak on adding character within, you know what I'm saying, them attributes. So now these women won't find themselves, well, he was a low down dude, but you knew he was a low down dude before you got with him. And the dude, the same thing. Well, she cheated on me. You knew she was doing that before she got with you. You met in a strip club.
You knew she was a thought. You knew she was a thought. I'm just saying. You knew that and you still want to fuck with her. But hey, people want that. People don't look at character. You see what I'm saying? They just look at the valueness, the high valueness, the beauty, the money. That's all they look at. They don't care about the character of a person. You see what I'm saying?
People are
So you
saying in
get
the
what
About
chat.
the
you asked
character of a
for.
person.
People are saying in the chat that Corey might be a high value man.
Yeah. And see why that's a good point, right? Corey is a high value man. Based on what?
His mind. No, they're saying he's very handsome, so I think that's what they're calling him a high value.
Okay,
Is that
so
the
now
answer that you're looking for?
that plays in the same. That plays in the same thing that we're talking about, right?
I have a question though. Sorry, Corey, are you in a? This actually plays a part in the debate and the questions that we ask sometimes, and I think it does play a big part. Are you in a relationship, married, or anything, or are you single?
No, currently I'm single. You know, I'm in the state where I'm focusing on building myself up. So when I do find a wife, I can have something to bring. We have a solid foundation to build on.
Wow, you
Lady,
know
there
this
you
is
go. He's
right.
single, y'all.
Hey,
That's
look,
really,
hey,
really
look.
awesome.
What y'all is proving the point that we're talking about right before our eyes. This is insane. You up here whining about high value, and then you can't make this up.
I
Oh
just
man,
no. We're
I
asking a
don't know what you're
question
talking
because
about,
you know
Logic.
what? The women had a
what
different
do him
perspective.
being single got to do with anything?
That's what I was gonna
It
say. What's
has
that
a
got to
lot
do
to
with
do with a lot of
anything?
things because a lot
The
of the
ladies
times,
are
a
in the
lot of
chat
people.
inquiring, so we got to give them what they want. All right.
No,
Okay,
I get
how
that.
many
No, they want to
logic?
know. Now listen, they want to know. I get that. But what does that got to do with our conversation? That's what I'm
Well,
asking.
you know what?
Someone in
It
the
has to do
chat
with the
said
ladies'
he's high
conversation
value.
as
He
the
might
ladies
be
talk.
high value.
Oh shit, yeah, yeah. But do
Well,
y'all
because
understand
women
that
are not
y'all
trying to
do got
get
one?
with a man who has somebody. He's single, so that just raised the bar for him of
That
being
makes
high
him more
value.
high value because
Yeah.
he's single.
Y'all some haters,
Look
Lord
at Logic's
Jesus.
face. I'm
Hold
done.
on. I
Whoa,
have a
no, no,
question.
no,
I have a
no.
question, right? And this question comes from the chat. This question came from Black Truth. He asked, panel, what makes a man a low value man?
Ugh. Ugh.
What the
How
fuck?
long do you
It's the
have?
opposite. It's the
How
opposite of
long
a
do
high
you
value
have?
man.
Yeah.
For me, as soon as he opens his mouth, he shows me if he's low value or not. Because so I'm not gonna sit here and say like Logic is not telling the truth when he says attraction is a big deal. Like if someone's handsome, of course you're gonna be curious. But honestly, the minute a man opens his mouth and shows who he is, like by what he's saying, I get turned off very easily. If he doesn't have nothing in that mind of his, I'm sorry. Like I don't care how you're just eye candy at this point. Like
You don't have no something behind
there's
yourself.
no substance, and it's like I can't have a conversation with you. I don't know. I that's personally just me. I don't know how the other ladies feel in the chat and on the panel, but
I agree. It's not just looks that what makes you low value. I'm sorry, I was still stuck on the high value and Corey and all of that. But we're talking about low value right now. I agree. It's when you open up your mouth, if you don't have nothing of substance, like y'all said, to say, we can't even have a conversation, let alone trying to be in a relationship. We can't even talk the same language, then we not even compatible off rip.
right.
I mean, and AM3 said a liar and a cheater and all those things make them low value as well. I'm sorry, am real said that.
A cheater. She said a cheater, a liar. Yeah, of course.
All of that.
All of that. He doesn't need to not have money. It's more about his character and him as a person and how he treats women.
But this is the point. It doesn't matter because, like I said, y'all look. I ain't gonna need to do it. I give y'all a pass today. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna give y'all a pass
because y'all Logic, bring the fire.
no, because y'all staying this, right? Y'all staying this. Watch this. Y'all staying. That's why the thing is, you can't take women serious. Even though what y'all say is all pretty and it's fine. All right, let me finish.
Again.
Right, let me finish. All right, I'll wait until I can finish. All right. If what y'all say, everything else y'all said before y'all ask them serious a question to the brother, right? Which would be fine. But what y'all did is y'all just took y'all whole concept that y'all was pushing for and y'all flushed it down the toilet. Y'all really did.
After he spoke.
How?
When he first came up here, were we like Were any of the women in the chat saying anything when he first came up? No. It was once he spoke, then the woman was like, "Oh, like
Okay,
what
before I
he
left, I
said
don't know what happened, but before I
raised
left,
his
Harrison had
value."
said something. But just think about this. Just hear me out though. Hear me out, and then I'm just because y'all know I'm gonna call it straight, right?
Oh my
Like I
God.
said, y'all shit on y'all whole concept. Like I said, if y'all before he came up here, right? The women on the panel was talking about character, right?
Yes.
Character, right? And you flush that down the
Yeah.
toilet because it's y'all really about character. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all, even though y'all say we're a victim of reality too. You know what I'm saying? Like men, we look for, you know what I'm saying, fat asses, pretty faces, all that kind of stuff. We're a victim to that, but at least we can be honest and say, hey, look, you know what? I'm my own worst enemy. You
When
guys
did we say what?
Well,
When at what point did we trash what we said?
Yes.
I thought we
I
were
asked
pretty
for
much
a
in the same.
reason. I was actually asked, right. I was asking for another reason because there was a lot of men that was commenting in the video. Okay. And I was trying to gauge how many of them were single or in a full relationship or marriage. And I just asked Corey because of the way Corey's mind was set in his with his comment. I wanted to know: are you single or are you in a relationship? Because I felt that a lot of people that were commenting in the on under the video were actually very much single. So I actually was trying to gauge that because it kind of proved my point. But also the women in the chat wanted to know, so I was just helping people out.
Right. They wanted
Corey
to
said he
know.
looking well. Corey said he's looking for a woman, but
He's
when
not
he is
looking.
ready, he's fixing himself first. Right.
all right, point
So
proof.
hold on,
Move
we
on.
have a question. So is there a high value? So are there high value bums? That's a
What?
question from Daniel Phillips.
What?
Wait,
What was the
can you
question?
repeat that?
Daniel Phillips asked the question: are there high value bums? I guess because we said it depends on character. So he's trying to say, oh, so someone could have a great character, but they're a bum on the street. So does that make them high
Oh,
value?
that's a good question. That's a really good
yeah,
question.
I don't see why not. If he got the family values and all that down pat, then yeah, he's got some great characteristics, but he just can't put them to use.
Mm.
Man, look, that shit don't even make sense. But okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Why does it
oh,
make
No, I
sense?
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. No, I wasn't talking to Arab Black. I wasn't talking to you, bro. I was just saying. I was just speaking out loud. My bad. I was thinking out loud.
Why does
It
it
don't
make
make sense to me. A high value bum.
Why doesn't it
Bob,
make sense?
Because high
That don't make
value
sense
is
to me.
supposed to be monetary
Mm.
too, right?
because I
Yeah,
feel like
according to
with
how.
men, a
According
lot.
to Kevin.
Well, why not? If he's got the family sense and obviously he's got the time, so like those are two qualities a lot of women need. So
yeah,
you know what I
but,
mean? Why can't he be?
but do women classify him as high value? He got time. He got all the things that they asked for, right? But what is he's
Except for
missing?
the status and the money.
He's
He
missing
got
the
to
status
But
and
you
the
know
he
wealth.
got to
what?
get that up.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But my
That's
thing.
also like saying what's a high value trick? Is there
Mhm.
a such thing as a high value hoe, whore, prostitute? If there's a such thing as a high
Yes.
value bum, then there's a such thing as a high value prostitute,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm? I'm lost.
right?
I ain't catch comparison. I mean, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, who said a bum got high value?
But my thing is that bum could have had value. Like in your eyes, they could have been the richest person. That happens all the time, where rich people become like get so broke that sometimes they end up homeless and sometimes they end up all
That
different ways.
means.
But does that mean that they're
That
now
means.
no, they're not high value anymore? Is
Yes, that's what
that
that
because that
means.
could happen?
Yes.
But
That's
according
what that means, though.
if it was based on character, then the bond would have value. You know what I'm saying? But we still know that even though y'all can sit here and say it's based on character, it's not based on
It's
character.
not.
So that bond would never have value. Just like the prostitute that's running around on the street. even though she might have some good character traits, but it's not based on that. We don't base it on that. You know what I'm saying? So we can play this little game like it's based on character, and we can just for entertainment, but it's not based on character.
That's why he asked the question.
No,
Because
it's
saying
not.
if the women are saying that it's based on character, then is there such thing as a high value bum?
Yes,
If
it's
it's
not. Yeah.
based
That's why
on
he asked
character,
that.
if it's based on character, then yes, there is a such thing. But we all know it's not based on character, so no, it's not.
Yeah.
So again, then is high value subjective
It's subjective.
or subjunction? As somebody said it is. Is it
Subjunction.
It's
Yeah,
only for the
somebody
wealthy.
said that stupid shit.
is high value subjective thing?
But who said a prostitute would be a high value? Who said that?
People marry prostitutes all the time.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's the things though. Watch this. But remember, what is the men looking for in women?
Beauty, their looks. That's it. That's all we look for.
So it's possible. So it's possible that.
That
So it's possible that a prostitute can fall through she can fall through the system because she only is picked for her beauty and her looks. But the bum on the other end that has no status and value, then he will always remain a bum. Women will look past him and say and went speak to him twice. You know what I'm saying? You can
not all the time.
yes, all the time. Yeah, show me. Let me go. You show me a woman that go pick up a bum and clean him up and
Ain't
take him
nobody.
home and marry him.
Exactly. Ain't nobody on this panel finna get a bomb. Nobody.
I
And
ain't
don't
gonna
think
lie.
and don't lie and say you will.
Honestly,
Well, I'm not.
honestly, like the man has to bring what I'm bringing to the table at least. That's like my bottom. If he's not at least where I'm at or higher, then and a bum, like that's not for me.
That's not for me.
Exactly. But why do a prostitute find themselves wifed up? Because that man is looking for different qualities. What men classify women as high value, you know what I'm saying? A prostitute can still have them. You know what I'm saying? But a bum can never have what y'all looking for. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even give him a chance. It could be, you know what I'm saying? I mean, whoever I don't even know these niggas, but whoever it is, the nigga but if he's a bum and he's broke, he got no status, he got no money, you will walk past him like he's nothing. And y'all know that, man. I can't even be we playing these games today. y'all on this shit today. I'm gonna go get me something to drink. God damn.
Are women in relationships with bums today?
What?
Are women in relationships with bums?
There
Some
are
of them
some
don't.
shit. You know, they're single. There might
Yeah.
be some.
It depends on your definition of a bum.
He ain't got no job. He's
True.
eating all the food up.
Yes,
There's a lot of that going on.
that's the definition. That's a bump. Yes.
You know what though? Men always like fail to realize, and I hate to say this, but it's the truth. Men always fail to realize that just like there's homeless men, there's homeless women. So just as you
Right.
have one side of the apple, you have the opposite side of the apple. There's just as many
That
of
is
either
negative.
one. So yes, a male bum can have a female bum girlfriend or partner or whatever. I mean, shoot, they need to pass the time too. It happens.
Mm,
And maybe
What
she's
is
Nah,
high
it?
value for
nah,
that
I,
bum. Maybe,
Listen,
maybe
we're not.
I don't.
Hold on.
Everybody wants their
Robin,
cake and
listen,
eat it.
hold
That's
on.
it.
What I'm saying is no. We're saying a woman who actually works, makes money, is not gonna look for a bum. It's not gonna
Right.
happen. That's what we're saying. Now, a female bum looking for a male bum, okay, y'all have at it. But a female who is making money and is about her shit is not gonna look for no bum. And don't tell me y'all would, because y'all would not.
I
But
have a question for
if he look good, if he look good enough, he get in the door, and if he lay it down, he could stay.
Ew.
Oh,
No lies told
I have a
there.
question for the panel.
go ahead, Corey. What's your question?
So, okay. So, I agree with the brothers. Like, no woman wants a bum. So, like, high value is about economics at the end of the day. But I do have a question. So a lot of the ladies talking about they value character. So we have it's a conversation about dating down in this community because there's a lot of black women doing very well now. So since we talking about character versus economics, with the ladies on this panel, if they met a dude with very good character, things they like in them that's not monetarily, but you make more than this guy, would you be able to form a relationship with this guy and respect him and treat him as a man if you make more than him?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Without
been
a
there, done
doubt.
that.
I'm
Absolutely.
in that situation right now as we speak. I'm married to a man that I make more money. That's not even an
Man, don't tell
issue.
that man business. Don't tell that man business, Robin. Damn.
He don't care. He know I'm in here.
Oh, okay, okay.
He
I
don't
mean,
care.
facts
He's
are
not
facts
like
at the end
that.
of the day.
It took me a
I mean,
long
what's the
time
point
to
in hiding
find
that?
this man, and he is the man of my dreams. So I don't know. Like, he's high value in my eyes, and I respect him 100%, 120%. Money is
Yeah.
not the issue.
And a lot of times nowadays, we had this conversation, I think, on Real panel one time as well, is that there are a lot of women that date, not down, but they date men that make less money than them. It just kind of is
It happens a
the
lot
situation
because
of where we are now.
it happens a lot. Women are starting to make a lot, like more money day by day. Year by year, we're starting to, it is what it is.
Yeah. Hello, knowledge is key. Welcome to the stage. How are you?
How you doing? Blessings, kings and queens.
Hello.
Blessing.
Hello.
So smoked up.
It's nice to
Yeah,
see your
yeah.
face. Hello.
What's up with it, homie? What's up?
What is your question?
I wanted to ask a question, right? So,
Go ahead.
say if there's a guy and he's a good guy, but he don't know his potential, and you're in a situation where you might be at your not at your fullest because we're always growing, but you're at a position where maybe you can show him the king in himself that he might not see. Would you give him a shot to try to make it something that he might not see himself?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we do all the time anyway. We fall in love with the man's potential a lot of the times in relationships because we can see that they have something. Versus, and sometimes for a lot of us, we fall in love with the danger in that is we fall in love with their potential and miss everything you have going on. So it's kind of like a double-headed sword in that part. But yes,
I dig
Me, at the age I am now, I'm not dating potential no more.
that.
Oh,
I'm, not,
snap.
I'm sorry. Come on, you gotta be right. I'm old. I'm 46. I'm not dating potential anymore. I done that.
I dig it. I say that because I see a lot of females that be very, very pretty and be very successful, but they baby dads don't be nobodies. So it's clear that you have a high standard and you have all these things going on, but the dude that's in your catalog doesn't compete to what you got going on. So it's like, then what is about you that even though you have money and even though that you're pretty, what is it you that makes dude that's not in your caliber even feel comfortable even talking to you?
and that's why I said that's a double-edged sword for us because sometimes a lot of us fall in love with the potential instead of looking at the situation for what it
That's a
is.
fact.
Yeah, and
That's a
you
fact.
gotta put this in mind too, though. You gotta put this in perspective based off the reality. Um, High value system for high value for women, which would be beauty, and somebody Mike Ken. Is that just me? Y'all hear that?
No, I hear some feedback. I think someone just has something playing in the
No,
a
there it
whole
goes. Now
ballad.
yeah, the thing is what he
There
said. It was good because if you look at a high value system for men, which is based off of wealth and status, and you look at the high value system for women, that's based off of beauty and looks, right?
Mhm.
Ideally, it will be more high value women than high value men. So therefore, even and then some of the women that we classified as high value, like that had a beauty or whatever, they won't. It's not enough high value men to go around. So you know what I'm saying. Therefore, they will find themselves with some that we perceive to be bums. That's not high value men. You know what I'm saying. If you really listen to what Kevin Samuel was saying, it's like you got to pick through the details though. But it's not a lot. You know what I'm saying. You talking about dudes that make 100K. You talking about only 30%. That's 30% of the black males. So it's not a lot to go around. But our system that we classify the women at, you know what I'm saying, it ain't hard to be a high value woman. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you can just got to have a nice butt, nice titties, get an Instagram, and then you good to go. You know what I'm saying? You're a superstar. You can't do that with as a man. That's my point. And I don't know why B fucking frowning her face. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just said something that was outlandish. How about it?
You know what, Logic? I'm gonna let you have it today, boo.
But this is the thing. This is the thing, right? What did I say that was incorrect? Everything I said that was incorrect. So based on that system, you telling me that it's not a lot of high value men based on that system, which y'all look at. High value black men based on wealth and status.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, you know, strangely enough, it's gonna hurt for me to say this. I agree with you.
This is insane.
Everything that you have said tonight, I agree with. And for good reason. You've made a lot of great points tonight.
Quick,
and I'm gonna take that.
Yo, get to the
process it.
She capping.
I'm not capping. I'm gonna take it and process it because I literally didn't see it like that for real, like real talk. Like y'all, I've been hearing y'all say it over and over again that high value men is wealth and status, and as much as I don't want to agree, like you brought up the examples with the celebrities like Rick Ross and people like that who are butt ugly, but they have these attractive women, and it's because of their wealth and status. Had he did not have those things and he was looking like, you know, how he's looking without the money, he probably won't be as attractive to certain women.
Okay, well, I see what your point is, but then we also go back to the average at best woman. Okay, so, you know, like you just said, Shanita, you know, all these high status men are dating women that are nothing and pretty much don't do anything. So why is it that the average at best woman, according to Kevin Samuels followers, and Kevin Samuels, won't be able to get a high value man?
Wow, we just answered
that they could. You just said that they could, but that how high value men date women that are down anyway. So why is it that she's so different and she can't get one?
No, but you got to realize is what Kevin Samuel didn't say in it, and y'all never asked a question. You know what I'm saying? Is if you listen how he classified that woman, how he removed value from her. You know what I'm saying? He removed value from her, you know what I'm saying, based off of her looks, based off of her having kids, based off of all these different things. So she actually didn't fit the bill for these high value men, which is the top 30% of black men.
But you know what, though, because it's not always, I don't know. I don't think it's always the looks for high value men, according to Kevin Samuels' logic. Yes, it's looks, but you see high value men have wives who are average at best all the time. So then what makes that man different?
Then I mean, you got to realize who you're talking about when you talk about somebody like LeBron James, right? You know what I'm saying? That's a good example, right? But that's like that's like a 1% chance. Like he married that girl when he was like what 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? That was a 1% chance. And then even if you look at back when he was 18, she was still a high value woman. That's why she got with that's why he had a chance to get, I'm saying she had a chance to get with a basketball phenom. You know what I'm saying? He was high value and she was classified high value at the time. Now, as he started gaining wealth, you know what I'm saying, his classification of high value woman will also increase with his wealth. So now you might look at his wife now and say, oh, well, she's not, you know what I'm saying, an Instagram model. But at the time, she was the cream of the crop when they was in high school. I promise you that.
Hmm. So what's the case then about like Denzel Washington and his wife? And we're
Oh,
talking about looks. I'm not saying she's ugly, but she is compared to how who Denzel Washington is. He's like he was the hot heartthrob of Hollywood back in the day, and he was it. But when you see his wife,
But
she's not
maybe she
ugly.
had loyalty. Maybe she didn't care when he didn't have no money. Maybe she was there when he just started, and he valued that.
And that's what matters. That's what
And that's
see.
what matters.
That's what
Y'all,
matters. Now,
y'all all saying is how value this and how value that. What about the loyalty? What about
that's what.
the
That's
man's character?
see.
Because if he can have all the money in the world and still be an asshole,
Now, I'm asking y'all a question right now.
I
Say
feel
if
I'm
you.
I'm
just
a guy.
saying. It's
Say if
like
I'm
how
a
he
guy.
treats his parents, how he treats his kids. Is he a good father? Is he a good
That's the key.
provider?
Now, say if I'm a guy and I don't get that many pretty females when I'm poor, and all the females that I do want to holler at, they don't want to holler at me because they feel as though I'm not a provider or anything. But I'm a good guy, but they don't know that because they don't give me a shot, right? Now, said now I get my money up. Now I got the Porsche truck, I got the money, I got my crib. Now the same females that didn't give me no play now want to
mm-hmm,
give me now play. Now this is how I look at it in my mind. I don't trust you. I don't trust you because you didn't want to talk to
Mm-hmm.
me before I had the money. Because if you liked me for me, then the money wouldn't have been an issue. So
mm-hmm,
if I'm a Kevin Hart and I know my baby mom before I had money didn't look nowhere as near as the females I had before I had money, I'm going to second guess the female. Now, just say if I was a regular comedian and I ain't have his money and I went to the same girl I'm with now and I said, hey, I'm Kevin Hart and I'm a funny guy, I'm a good guy, I'm a good father and everything. She gonna be like, get your little behind out of here. Now that I got some money, now you can tolerate me. You can tolerate me. That's the thing. It ain't what you like, it's what you can tolerate. So now a lot of people don't be with people they love. They be with people they can tolerate. And that's the
True.
sad part.
Mm,
That's true.
that's true knowledge.
That's true.
I can
Hmm.
agree.
I hear that.
Um,
Oh,
Hey
look, the
everybody,
women
how
are
we
agreeing
doing
with the
tonight?
men today. Ooh. Hi, Dr. Bombay. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Life Sunflower. Welcome to the stream. Dr. Bombay, would you like to go? What is your question?
Um, First of all, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
yeah.
you.
Okay.
What
I
up,
don't have
Unc?
what's happening, nephew. I don't have a question yet. I just got tired of typing, so I just came to, comment.
You had
Okay,
a
go
lot
ahead.
to say, doctor.
I have a
He
what?
had a lot to say, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was tiring me out. So
It scared me out too.
let's continue. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to jump in when it's appropriate.
Uh, okay, sure. No worries. Like a sunflower lady.
Hi everybody, how are we doing today?
Hey,
What's
Good.
up?
How
What's
are
up? What's
you,
up?
Good.
sunflower?
Good.
Okay, I've just been sitting back listening. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I have my own way of thinking, and I've been listening to the different perspectives of what a high value person is, and from the economical standpoint, from the physical aspects. And I said, okay, I get it. I hear what everybody thinks, but I don't quite agree with it. Me myself, I don't know. I get it. The tall, dark, handsome. Yeah, I'm 5'1" and a half. I had nothing to do with the genetics that made created me. I will never be a baller, basketball player. There are certain things I would never be able to do. when it came to jobs or things that would bring me to a different income level and or physical stature. But and character being separate from value makes just not a lot of sense to me. I asked Google, what is a high value man? And it did not mention economic standpoint. It says that a high value man knows how to master his mind, moment to
Oh,
moment. He
wow.
has a positive outlook because he knows he can be, he can do or have anything he puts his mind to. He doesn't allow any negative to occupy his mind. He puts his mind into positivity mode and can rattle off 10 things he's grateful for at any given moment. That has nothing to do with how much he makes, what he looks like, where he is. It's just basically about his character, where he is in life, how he looks at life, and that is probably what he would base his choices off of in someone else,
I like
and
that.
vice versa. I mean, that's like the best answer I have
Yeah.
heard all night.
From
Who
Google.
said that? Who said that again? Oh, sorry, Queen. Who said
Google
that?
Google said that,
Google,
bro.
Google.
Heard
Google said
Google
that.
said that.
But
Now, this is the thing, right? I'm gonna say one
but
thing.
people not.
Google Google
It's
did not
it's
describe no man. Google described the king. This is the difference. A lot of females want a man when you deserve a king. Now, the thing about it, every female don't deserve a king. It's sad to say, but it's facts. Some
right.
some dudes,
I don't.
some dudes like to work, and some dudes like to own. It's a difference. I'm 34. I don't like to own an apartment. I like my own house. I like to own things. I don't like to rent a car or lease one. I like to own them. Everybody is different. I'm some people are different. I had to understand that. Some people are not in tune with nature. Some people don't like to be vegan. Some people don't like to laugh. Some people are not very spontaneous or resilient. Some people are everybody is different. What I had to understand with me is you're going to attract how you are. So if you want to look for a man in the club, well that's just what you're going to get, a club man. But this is how the universe works. A lot of females will say, well, God, can you bring me a good man? And this is how it works. A man will walk down the street, he got no fronts. Both his fronts is missing. He got no fronts, right? But he's a good guy, right? But you're looking at the visual. So you're like, come on, God, you could at least give me some man with some fronts. But you didn't ask for that. You said, send you a good man. And that's just what I did. But since it wasn't in the package, and it wasn't presented right, you judge it, not judging the heart. You're judging the character, the looks of it. Same way with a car. You might have a 1994 Honda, but that 1994 Honda, that thing gets you to where you need to go. You
I
just
drive one of those.
and then you got a
Listen,
2016 whatever, and that thing got a check engine light. But you judge the outside, and that's what people do. You don't judge the driver. You judge the car. That's what we need to
that's
start
what
doing.
some people do, and I
Ladies,
totally
That's what some
agree
people
with
do.
you. I
Oh,
totally
that's some
agree with
people.
you.
ladies,
That's
I
some people.
totally agree with you. That's pretty much the point that I was making out of that. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah. I I got a 1992 Ford Crown Victoria that it would take me from my house to Shanita's soon as I get put a tire on it. Yeah, like yeah, I get it. I done said myself, I done showed up to an event, casket shop, and shook my head and said, you know what? This just don't match. I get it. But that does not mean that I am not high value to the person that is my mate, my other half. I don't have to be what society says is high value. As long as in my circle and what really actually matters is whole. That's it. 6 figures, 5 figures. I've been unemployed before. I worked like a Mexican and made more money than I could count and had to pay the government back with my no dependents. And I done lived from unemployment check to unemployment check, meal to meal, to packs of meat, to counting pieces of meat, trying to raise a kid that wasn't mine. So no, it don't matter if your front's gone. We go hope that your health insurance can help us with that. Platinum D was talking about some $14 veneers. We'll cover it up for a minute till we can work it out.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The high, the high
I
value
just think
man is
perspective is a lot when it comes to putting a definition on something. Speaking of facts about something, your facts and my facts might not be the same thing, but they still facts.
What's up, What you got to say?
high value man is the one that you're with. I say that because that's the mate that you chose. For whatever reason, you two are together. Um, whatever his status was beforehand, just like all other phenomena in the universe, is subject to change at any time. So if you meet him and he's in a certain state, that's not guaranteed to last. As a matter of fact, it won't last. It might go up, it might go down, but nonetheless, like I said, all things are subject to the law of impermanence. If you have your mind fixated on, one type, one look, one height, financial status, social status, name, or any of these characteristics, understanding, just like I was typing in the chat, they're all subject to change. So, like I said in one video, one car accident can change everything. Suddenly, your mate can't walk, or they've lost some physical beauty, or they can't do things for themselves. So it better be something up under all of those superficial qualities that you say that you're in love with, and vice versa. Like we were speaking about prostitutes earlier, understanding that, that also can change in a positive direction. See, the wisdom comes in when you can look at a prostitute and not just see prostitute, but if you can see the sum of the total circumstances that led up to where she is at this point in life and not have judgment, then you're looking with eyes of wisdom. That doesn't mean that you should go out and, turn a trick and then take the girl home with you and propose. What I'm saying is that we have to train ourselves to start looking beyond and looking deeper than that which is at the surface, that which is in the present moment, or that which is superficial. Like I said, 5 years in the future, the prostitute is now CEO of her own company. But you, in judgment, you couldn't see that. You could only see her present state. Again, like I said, even her condition was subject to change. What was once a streetwalker is now, the owner of a Fortune 500 company. But beyond, like I said before, and I'm going to end it for a minute, all of that is superficial, because even that, again, is subject to change. So, we need to start with the basics and just understanding that whoever you with, I will take respect or mutual respect over anything else, because that is going to be there even when all circumstances are different. It could become a situation where you lose your status, but if that person respects you and they honor who you are, then that's not going to matter at all. So I think that a lot of this comes with maturity. When we're young, we get a lot of our ideas about relationships and things from what we see around us or from other well-meaning adults who give us misinformation and tell, like, for instance, there's a woman in your life that may have told you what type of man you should have. And some of them from past generations will even tell you to put up with abuse if he has a great status. But they don't talk about like the basic characters like respect, honoring, and just, things like that. So, like I said, a lot of this comes with maturity. From the age of 20 to 40, you're going to spend a lot of time falling down in relationships, mainly because your ideas of what a relationship should be will have you looking in all the wrong directions. And by the time you figure it out, you'll probably have gray hair in your head, but hey, celebrate. It's not too late, because I always say that true adulthood starts at age 40. Because at that point, you've made a lot of
Right.
mistakes. Now you're in a position where you can
Exactly.
give advice to others at this point, and you can make videos and tell people the right way of doing things, and not just listen to these relationship gurus on YouTube that are there to rile you up by over sensationalizing and simplifying the idea of relationships and how to choose partners, which actually, like I said, turns into AdSense revenue. So it's profitable to do that. So you got to watch what your source is and who you're listening to as well. You know, we have a lot of wild ideas about things, but you know, sometimes you got to ask yourself this: it's not about right or wrong. It's, is what I'm doing working, or is it not working? So if you look at your last 5 boyfriends or girlfriends and things didn't work out, you know, the issue might be in the mirror. I just want to say that.
Okay,
Good point.
guys.
Very
So
good
I want to
points.
keep it fair, and I'm trying to let other people come up and say their points, and we are full on the screen. So I need somebody to drop down so I can let someone else come in, if that's
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
I drop down.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Knowledge. Not the
Dr.
panel members,
Bombay
obviously.
says everything that I've been
Someone
saying
dropped
the
down already?
whole time. I'm happy.
Yes.
I'm elated. I love every single thing that you said, Dr. Bombay. I've been saying that since this whole thing started with the whole Kevin Samuels uproar. I couldn't have said it any better. But thank you. That is coming from a man makes all the difference. So, yeah.
I really like what he said. I think that we the conversation started out, what is a high value man, and it was just kind of, I don't know, I don't know how to even describe that. It all depends on the perspective of the person you ask. Everybody has a different perspective of what they consider a high valued person. You're not going to come to one answer when everyone has a different idea of interpretation of the question. But when you start to actually look at the core factor, which is your overall peacefulness, happiness, you just living your best life at your max potential, and who complements that, and what you need in order to achieve that, you'll end up in you have a better chance of a positive long-term thing than looking at it from a physical aspect or economical aspect or just one single lane of, one single view. People are whole beings. There are lots of moving parts. You can't put one single label. One label just can't cover one dimension. You can't look at it from a one dimension. We're 3D people, and life
Hi.
changes every day. Nothing is guaranteed. You don't have to have a car accident. You can do the same thing you did yesterday with no change, and something major is different, and you have to reevaluate your future. So where have the people that you picked in your past going to help you? How are they going to help you in the place that you are in during your transition?
Where did Earth go? He was up here.
Yeah, he was. What happened? Earth? Clearly.
At Nuke, I'd love to hear your perspective. You've been saying a lot in the chat. If you would like to, a Nuke, I'm assuming is your name. If you would like to come on up and speak on your points, we would love to have you. And also, Irv, I don't know what happened. I don't know where you are because you're not in the back anymore. But if you wanted to come up and say your point, then please feel free. A Newt said that none of
So
that has
Derek is
anything to.
going after you, Anita.
Huh? Oh, wait.
Oh, I'm talking to Anita.
I see.
I see Greenfield got a question.
Okay, Earth's coming back up. I'm just adding him. Okay. Hi, Earth the Blitz. Welcome to the stream. What is your question? Can you hear us? Earth? Earth the Blitz? Can you hear us? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you, B.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I
Hello,
think there's
Earth, can you
something
hear us?
going on with his stuff.
Maybe he
Oh,
can't hear. Yeah, he's clicked out.
okay. It's having issues, I guess.
Okay, so A Newt said in his comments, none of that has anything remotely concerning high value. Laugh out loud. So he doesn't believe any of the points that were made has anything to do with a high valued man or
Exactly.
woman.
Exactly. That was the point. High value is an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
It's all relative. You know, and like I said, it's just another one of the many incorrect social constructs. You know, I was speaking in the chat earlier, talking about, you know, it was a lot of talk surrounding, you know, where people were making generalizations about how men and how women are in the community. Like I said, this is more of a new concept. You understand what I'm saying? This is not like something we practice historically, and for the most part, not while in this country. You know, this is more of a late 20th century idea. You know, I don't know where these ideas are coming from. I think more so it's like the Eurocentric point of view, like everything else is. Like we were told, the Eurocentric point of view dictated what our standards of beauty should be, which is why we as men and women are, you know, often imitating other cultures and things like that, you know, for some reason. What we need to do, like I said, is to take these ideas, bring them into open forums like this, have a healthy discussion about it, debunk it if necessary, and then try to come up with some, you know, great ideas of our own to share, and then we can just move on. Like I said, so to the person in the comments, you know, value, you know, is an illusion. Value is based on two components: the object and who it's valued by. You know, like a commodity, which is something that it depends on supply and demand. You know, what is the price of gold right now? You know, that depends on how much gold there is in circulation and how bad somebody wants it. You know, so that's what it comes down to. You know, plenty of people you dated, you probably had friends that may not have made the comment in your faces. I don't know why she's with him. You know, and because they don't see what you see. You know, they're not at your level of consciousness. You know, I would say more so if you're in a relationship, you know, for instance, let's say you were just introduced to this idea of high value and you bought into it and you start to look at your mate differently. What we need to focus on is would be developing good relationships based on real things, or preserving the relationships that we got, which is what most of us are stumbling over. So, for instance, you know, oftentimes, you know, you come into a relationship with your ideas, you fall in love, and then you decide you think it's a good idea to get together, and then you do. And then after about 3 months, the novelty wears off, and here you come with your list of demands of what you say your partner should be, and you begin to find fault. So, like I said, what could start as high value might end up in a disaster. You know, I always say it like this: when you're dealing with your partner or the other person, and you find something they make take an action that's an error, always think, you know, if their past was your past, if their pain was your pain, and if their level of consciousness was your level of consciousness, you would be thinking and acting just as they are doing now. And believe it or not, that same rule or law can be applied even when you view Kevin Samuels. If I had Kevin Samuels' exact life and I had all the circumstances that led up to who he is, I would be doing the exact same thing. I think the only difference is that well, no, I ain't gonna get to that. But I'm just gonna say, if I lived his life, I would be doing the same thing. So it causes me to not want to judge him. But like I said, I do credit him for one thing. He did make one hell of a discussion, because I've not only seen over 1,000 response videos to his videos, I've even seen responses to the responses to the responses. So he definitely got us talking, you know. And look,
Yes.
we're having one right now. You know, we're on a panel having a response to Kevin. So, like I said,
Right.
he definitely got us up, you know, with this COVID
Mhm.
thing. We definitely found something to do. And hopefully he'll say something else controversial and we can have another live and sit down.
And you know
That
what?
is
I
true.
said that I don't think that this wave of high value man and stuff is going to last long at all. The concepts that these men are these types of men who think like Kevin Samuels, the thoughts that they're having in these type of men, they're not going to be around for too much longer, being as combative as they are towards women. It's eventually going to die off, and it's going to be back to regular scheduled programming until he says something else controversial.
Right.
Mhm.
Let's
Absolutely.
just hope that the stature of the human being itself increases, so that the high valued man and a high valued woman, the basis of that actually changes
Hmm.
to something worth something, because looks and economical status are just two things that are too uncertain. They're too unstable. We need a decent foundation.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
until we as people start to look at it that way, it's going to continue to be this merry-go-round of a conversation, because people are we trying to look like we live in the life, and we everybody
Right.
want a nice arm candy and a flashy ride and a black card, and still crying and still cheating and still suffering.
Go on,
and
Andrea.
and if
Oh.
at
Yeah.
55
I mean,
years old, 60
Derek
years
wants to
old,
be to
you trying to figure out who will want you now.
what's high value to me. I just
Oh.
told what was high value to me. I mean, I don't know what he should watch the replay, but I said high value man. What the hell is wrong with him? I'm just saying a high value man don't have to be. He can make plenty of money. I can make plenty of money, but do he love his mama? Do he love family? Is he is character right? That's important to me. I mean, women. I just think some women are looking for a high value man in six figures. But the people that I hang
Right.
on with, we're in our 40s and we in our 50s. We're looking for a man who got character. He loves his family. He's a good character. He's a good person in the community. He's a good person taking care of his kids, his mom, his dad. That's the man we're looking for. And about money, people could make money every day. Okay,
Yeah.
money gonna come and go. Sometimes you're gonna be poor. Sometimes you're gonna be rich. But can that man sustain? Can he be the man of the house? Can he be a person that you can depend on? That's what a real
That's
man.
what matters. Because that man
Right.
can
And I
be
think that
he can be
Andrea.
six figures. He can make $780,000 a year and squander it all off.
Thank you.
Y'all have a big house
Yeah.
in foreclosure. He's still running around with
Yeah.
other women. You
Yes.
and you still pretty. And you still looking like a glam doll, because you can't go nowhere. You got to stay home and play makeup and video it to make the world feel like you're doing something. Cause y'all ain't got nothing. But it looked like, and
And
everybody
to me, and
thinks.
to me, when I look for a man, I want to know about his character. I want to know how he treats his family. I
Right.
want to know when we go around his family how y'all act. Because if y'all cussing each other out, I don't want to be. I probably won't bring no kids in this house. Okay, it's about his
Cause
character first.
that's what matters. That's what matters.
And I'm not dating any
Right.
potentials. I'm sorry. Potentials you can date them when you're 20 and you're 30. When you're 40, you can't date potentials no more. You gotta already have it. Or you
I'm
I like
just
that.
a couple years behind you, and I get that about not wanting to date potential. Yeah, it's getting old, but at this point, I need somebody to be open minded enough to date this potential I have, because I'm still working my way to greatness. So I can't really knock them when I'm still transitioning myself. So
Right.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna deal with potential a
I
little longer.
understand, but I know a lot of my girlfriends
But I
are
ain't
dating
dating
potential,
just to
and
date.
I'm just saying sometimes the potentials gonna stay potentials. He ain't never gonna get his shit right. Period.
Yeah.
Now when it
That's
gets to that place,
yeah.
if
That's
that's the
true.
case, then okay, yeah, do something different. But
And guys, on that, I think that's a perfect
I
note
just
to
ain't narrowing
end the live
it
on
down behind potential just yet.
because
I ain't quite
I,
there.
right, and I think that's a perfect way to end the live because I think that we have literally stated what we believe a high value man to be. The men have spoken, the women have spoken, and I'm just going to make a statement and then I'm going to end the live because I know it's going to uproar the men, but it's okay.
Y'all supposed to have
Because I'm going
drinks
to
and
save
stuff.
it for the
What happened to
next
the party?
live. But
What happened to the
this is
party?
what I have to say. I find that a lot of the time, now don't get me wrong, there are a lot of women that are after men with money and they're after, and money is a huge thing to them. However, I find a lot of these conversations, when we are battling it out with women and men, a lot of the conversations, it's the money that makes the sense to the men. It's the money that's the big key factor. And I want to get to the nitty gritty as to why they always come down to the money. Why does it always come down to the money when it comes to the men? They always talk about women are always after their money. They want them to pay child
Oh,
support.
that's
They
a
want
great
them
one. I
to
can't
do
wait to debate that.
X,
I
Y,
can't
and
wait.
Z. So I think that is a perfect topic for the next Battle of the Sexes, which will be the first Battle of the
Oh
Sexes
man,
of
I'm about to get into that.
Yay!
2021.
I'm
That's gonna be
excited.
great because they always talk
I'm so
about
excited. So that's going to be the next one, guys. I want to thank every single person that clicked on the link and came and battled it out with us. I really appreciate all of your thoughts and opinions. And that's what we're all about. We're about men hearing the women and the women hearing the men and seeing if we can come to some kind of concord. But today it seems like for majority of the opinions that were shared up here, I think we kind of have all come to the same results, which is good for once.
Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful
V,
evening.
V,
Yes.
before you end, I just want to take a moment to congratulate you publicly on your monetization. I
Yay.
didn't get to be up
Thank
there with
you.
y'all, but I'm just so proud of you, V. I know
Yes.
2021 is going to make your channel completely like just blow up and be like everything you want it to be. So I'm just so proud of you. And I wanted to say that before you ended.
Oh, thank
Just
you,
celebrate you for a
Robin.
second. Celebrate my sister V.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. So thank you guys so much, and thank you to everybody in the chat. To the panel, please can you keep an eye on IG because we need to record something. But to everybody, thank you, Amriel, as well. Thank you to everybody else. Happy holidays. I hope you all have an amazing new year, and let's continue to do what we do, folks. This is fun. This is exciting. We love having these conversations. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, everybody, have a great evening. I love y'all, and I'll see you guys in the new year. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.